Well, to explore the biggest challenges women face in the tech industry and current efforts to increase their presence, let's speak with Sara Margulis in San Francisco. Sara is CEO of Honeyfund, an online wedding gift registry. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Rachelle.
So as we reflect on the progress that women have made so far, especially economically, what are the biggest challenges that still remain?
Women across the globe face challenges at work with unconscious gender bias. They face challenges at home with safety and security. They face challenges finding equal access to health care and reproductive care.
So there really is a trickle-down effect. It's not just one thing that you can take in isolation.
Absolutely not. And as women on International Women's Day, it's our job to raise these conversations to the forefront and continue to talk about what governments can do with policies and also what companies can do to increase those numbers and really get more women into leadership positions.
Now, speaking of that, we know that the tech world was really in the spotlight, especially showing how little diversity it had in the number of minorities and especially when it comes to women. So how are tech companies, including yours, really trying to address these issues?
Yeah, so at my company, Honeyfund, we have a sister site, Plumfund, where we encourage women to register for funds that they need for maternity leave because companies and our government are just not paying for the funds they need. We're also seeing women register for funds they need to get divorced or legal battles that they're facing with custody. And we're also, as tech employers, looking to hire more women. In fact, my own company employs 65% women.
Now, a lot of this comes down to who the decision makers are. And given how much women contribute to companies' bottom lines, why do you think more employers aren't being more active in including and promoting women to really have a seat at the decision-making table?
I think that's a great question, and there really is economic benefit to be had by big corporations by putting more women at the table. I mean, look at Uber. If they had more involvement in the women on the boards and in the executive teams, they wouldn't be facing the lawsuits they're facing today.
Now, let's also look at President Donald Trump regarding his actions regarding women so far. We know that he highlighted the role of women in the economy when he met with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. But has there been a significant shift from the campaign trail up until now?
Well, I'm really encouraged by the recent acts that he signed, the Inspire Act and the Promoting Women in Entrepreneurship. I think that what we need to do is make sure that we hold not only the government but the corporations accountable to, when the rubber meets the road, really making policies that make a difference.
And as you mentioned, the executive order to recruit more women into STEM careers, also now his comments on supporting family leave during his congressional address. But how far did that go in offsetting a lot of the rhetoric and the behavior that was really unveiled during the campaign trail?
You know, again, I think the rhetoric there was abhorrent, and I think many women around the world were shocked that a person like that could be elected president. But again, when the policies are enacted and when women are rising up and making higher percentages of those executive teams and boards, that will be the proof that there really has been a shift.
Now, from a political standpoint, what would be your advice to the administration about really addressing these issues and seeing meaningful change?
I would say continue the conversation. I encourage companies to put policies into place that go above and beyond even what these acts encourage with governmental bodies, and really continue to measure how much progress are we making. You know, are more women graduating with STEM degrees? Are more women getting invested in when it comes to VC funding? Let's continue to put those numbers out there and keep the conversation going.
Now, it's International Women's Day, but some of the men are wondering, well, what's our role in all this? What are we supposed to be doing? What would your advice to them be?
That is a great question. Men play a huge role in calling out gender bias in the workplace. When they see a woman being spoken over, for example, they can politely ask for that woman to finish her thought. And as long as people are more conscious of what's happening, statistically speaking, change will happen.
And what about the upcoming platforms and events that people should be watching for in this space? What should we look out for?
I really see a huge push for more investment in women entrepreneurs. Being a Shark Tank winner myself, I can speak to our investor, Kevin O'Leary. All of his returns are coming from women-led companies. And the more he talks about that, the more we'll see other investors recognizing the economic benefits of investing in women.
Well, hopefully more will follow that example. We'll have to leave it there. Thank you so much to Sara Margulis in San Francisco, the CEO of Honeyfund.